This is good.
We're live.
Who wants to be here? I do this because I have to, not because I want to be here.
Oh, the players are off the field now. You don't have to wear the merch anymore.
Yep, that's it. It's
I'm
done.
still out here with my drenched hoodie, black hoodie in the
Because
heat.
it wasn't hot out here, but it was quite temperate,
Yeah.
temperate today.
It was muggy, as Northerners say.
Yeah, no one uses that terminology anymore. So yes, here we are, Panthers Training Camp, 2023. Very impressive, good times. Everybody knows, being Buccs McGee, I've been to quite a few over in Tampa. This one, not bad.
Compared? How do you compare it?
I feel that the Panthers, it's not a lot of fanfare. It's just they come in, do their work, leave. In Tampa, there's a little more fan interaction. Like I said, it was cooler. It's definitely, out in Tampa, you're sweating unbelievably. The overcast
We
helped
just
a
got a
lot.
breeze just now.
Yeah, slight breeze. But no, it was a good camp. From what I saw, everyone looked good. Looked sharp. Bryce Young, first impressions. Kid can move in the pocket.
Makes some throws. He's making smart plays too.
Yeah.
A couple plays where there was nothing there. Check. Just took it and ran.
Yeah. Did see a lot more checkdowns than I would have liked. I would have liked him to kind of spread the ball out, go a little deeper. It kind of looked like he was going 15 yards out most. Guy who kind of impressed me, was kind of interesting, was the Red Rifle himself, Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton was crisp.
He was crisp, moving in the pocket better than I've seen him in the past, with the Bengals and Saints. So, but overall, I think it was a great camp. The defense looked very fast. It was great to see Jeremy Chin out there, JC Horn, everybody, those guys. Looks like a solid defense. So I think the NFC South is going to be interesting from that angle. But overall, I think it was a great camp.
It actually was really nice to see JC back on the field because that was an abrupt end to his season last year.
Yeah, with the injury. So I think, he brings that back end up really well. Like I said, with training camp, you're only going to see so much. But from what I saw, I think it was a solid camp. No injuries. Everybody made it out healthy. That's what you want.
Right.
But overall, good camp.
The other thing with Andy is he looked good today, like you said, and that helped because last year it was kind of a disaster. Quarterback with Darnold and PJ Walker, and they didn't really know who the quarterback was going to be.
Right.
Half the time changing up, so it's actually good if something happens with Bryce or if he struggles a little bit that they have a solid veteran, and he did look good. So
yeah,
probably gives them a little more confidence just in case something's not right.
Yeah, but I think Coach Reich said, Young's the guy. He's going to be the guy week one. So, like you said, unless something happens, they're going to ride this out. So, it's going to be interesting. You can kind of see, with the height issue, like everybody talks about, you can kind of see that. But the guy moves in the pocket well.
We were watching from the end zone, and sometimes it was hard to see. When Bryce was taking snaps, it was hard to see him.
Yeah, definitely a little hard. But, he's quick enough where you see him rolling out and doing his thing. But receivers looked good. Overall, like I said, solid camp.
I mean, Drew Brees was 5'8". He put a pretty good career together, so it's not impossible.
Not impossible, but it's a little early to be going the Drew Brees route.
Right.
Because don't forget, you also had Doug Flutie on the other side, which wasn't horrible, but at the same time. So it's going to be fun to see how they, it's all the support. Adam Thielen, Hayden Hurst, those guys. If they build that offense to support Young, doesn't make them do too much, work within the frames of the offense, he should be all right.
So a little bit of time before we head out of here, let's talk about some storylines from the offseason so far. And one of the biggest ones is all the running back drama in camp. Saquon just kept going back and forth with the Giants. They finally settled on a one-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a rumor. Well, I guess it wasn't a rumor. It was reported from Fox Sports. But the difference was like $2 million, and it's like an extra $2 million. I mean, to people like us, $2 million is a lot, but to them, to owners and that sort of thing, like, come on.
We look at it, but then we also have to kind of look at the angle of who these guys have to pay, taxes, agents, and all that. So I kind of get it. But at the end of the day, Saquon wants what he's worth. Right. At the end of the day, he just wants what he's worth. So I can see it. It's good that they got the deal done. But
no, I was saying that from the Giants' perspective.
Oh yeah.
Like, why let this fall apart for $2 million?
Yeah. Maybe the Giants don't want to be that team that overly pays for a running back, and then everyone's like, well, if the Giants do it, why can't we do it?
Yeah.
Why? Those guys are going to complain. End of the day, the deal's done. There's still running backs out there. Jonathan Taylor.
We'll get into that.
Who wants to get paid. So Saquon got his money. The Giants are set. Now you see what they do.
Yeah. And the other one, someone who still hasn't gotten paid yet, is Josh Jacobs. And that's going to put the Raiders in quite a pickle.
It's
because he didn't sign his tender, so he is not obligated and not getting fined for not being there.
No. So it's basically a situation of if Jacobs wants to play, he's going to sign it. You know, it may be one of those things where it comes down to just before week 1, but then it's going to take him some time. Then the injury factor comes in. Is he going to get hurt? So the Raiders need to really sit there and think about it. If they don't believe in Josh Jacobs, then okay, let him sit, move on. But that means you're saying that Jimmy G's the guy and you're going to be a pass-happy offense, and good luck with it. But I say sign the guy.
Right.
You got to sign him.
Then, of course, the third one, as you alluded to, is, of course, my own team. And I don't know what is going on in Indianapolis. They are stretching my patience very thin right now. First of all, I would like to see them do what Carolina is doing and committing to Bryce right away. I would like to see Indy just commit to AR. And especially, there's an extra rub to that because it's Jonathan Taylor situation. Line extension, Irsay telling him no. And then dropping 22 million to move an orca across the country.
Yep, because he cares about the orcas.
Yeah,
they're an animal; they deserve love.
Yeah.
No, you got to pay the guy. If you're not going to pay him, then just trade him. Like you can't let this hang over training camp, and then you start the season and he's not playing. Then it's just a bad look. And then like you said, you got the rookie QB. You need a quality back. You need some guy who's going to take the pressure off you. If you're not going to pay him, then move on and sign a veteran and just go from there.
Right. And if you want to rebuild, if you want to move on and get rid of Taylor, then you need to just say AR is the starter right now because there's absolutely zero reason. I mean, Minshew's not exactly the prototypical. What's the word? Platoon and not platoon, but until the young guy's ready.
He's not the bridge.
Not real. Yeah, bridge.
He's not the bridge
guy. He's not the prototypical bridge, but there's nobody there to mark as the bridge guy until you get AR ready. So just start him, especially if you're going to split hairs with JT.
I think they're starting him. I think they just brought him. They have Minshew's the quality, decent backup bridge guy, just to get AR acclimated to the NFL lifestyle. He's going to start. He's got too much talent. He's going to start. But if you don't have Taylor in the backfield, then you're risking a lot. You're risking a lot. So
defenses are just going to say all hands on deck. Head.
Well, no, they're going to run.
Go to the backfield.
Unfortunately, they're going to run AR into the ground. Is what's going to happen, and it's going to be one of those things where you hope it doesn't become a Robert Griffin situation in Washington and just ends up hurting what could have been. So there's something there and needs to be done sooner than later.
Figure it out, Indy, because there's a fresh NFL team in my backyard right now. That maybe could use an extra fan.
Shoot, he's already wearing the stuff. Just leave, bro. Just leave. It's over, man. Sometimes you got to let it go. You got to let it go. Rip the Band-Aid off, man. You have hope here. Embrace the hope. That's all I'm saying.
Last thing before we wrap up, let's have a little fun with your favorite quarterback topic. Aaron Rodgers had some choice words in the past week or so for Sean Payton.
Last year, I was on Aaron Rodgers like nobody's business. It's out there on the internet. You can watch it. But no, I can respect what he did. Sean Payton, all those, everything that he went after him about with Hackett wasn't needed. Like, and like Hackett said, it's a fraternity. You got a problem with somebody, talk to him face to face. Don't throw it out there because now the pressure's on the Broncos. Right. Like if they don't perform, then everyone's gonna look at Sean Payton and be like, all right, now what?
Yeah, and it might work out as a motivational tactic, but right now we don't know that. We can't see that. There's no evidence to promote that. We're not going to know that for at least a month into the season if that motivation worked.
Exactly, and Aaron Rodgers has been the consummate professional in New York. I give him credit. Gave back $35 million. He's all about the team. Now, if they go on a 2 or 3 game losing streak, are we going to get the same Aaron?
Yeah.
I think maybe he's kind of actually gotten it now, and he understands if he wants to win, this is it.
Or is he going to go back to Chad Kroger darkness retreat?
Yeah, if you want to hide in your closet in the dark for about a week or two, then that's fine, Aaron. But no, I like the Aaron Rodgers I'm seeing, and if this team gels right, come February, this could be the team.
Do you think they are now? Ironically enough, they're getting ready to come down here and do a joint practice with the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they are the favorite in the division? Do you think Buffalo's kind of closed that window a little bit, or their window has closed a little bit?
I don't think Buffalo's window's closed. I just think there's a lot of issues internally that they got to get handled. I don't think they've improved that team enough in the offseason. I think you're just going back in with what you had. I don't think that was enough. We saw what happened in the playoffs. Right now, if you're just going on strictly on paper and everything like that, the Jets have to be that team. The Jets have to be that team that you think are going to take the division. Miami, too, was the big question mark with the injuries. He gets one hit. Does he hit the ground? Is he out for 6 weeks with concussions? So right now, I think it's the Jets division.
Yeah.
Come week 4 or 5, I could be singing a different tune because they go 1-3, 1-4, and I'm like, oops.
God, that's got to hurt a Brady guy to say.
No. I'm not. The man's retired now. I'm good with it. If he was still playing, then yeah, of course, I ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Go to just be doing what goat things do.
Good things do.
So, Aaron's chasing the goat. He wants to be putting that upper echelon, that pantheon of greatness. Because let's be honest, that's what Aaron does. Aaron is about what the perception is. He wants to be great. He wins a Super Bowl in New York. He's still not going to be the greatest, but he's in the conversation of top 10, top 5. So we'll see. But no, I'm taking the Jets right now.
All right. I'm going to go. That's a wrap. We're probably going to get kicked out soon. I'm going to go shut down the show and let's dance for the people as I do that.
Nah, man, I'm not dancing. Not doing a little shake, a little shimmy, shimmy. Mike Evans, number 1. That guy heard